Hey Ike,
Hi, honey.
how you doing?
Well, I'm okay. I'm feeling a little bit. I'm feeling all right. I could feel a little bit better, but I'm
Uh-huh.
okay. I'm okay.
So, did it make you feel better performing again? Did that give you a little boost?
Oh no, I actually had a ball. I actually had a really good time, and there was a lot of people there. Okay, there was a ton of people there, and people like I said I haven't seen in years, like John Kaminsky from Chicago. He snuck up behind me and Denise. Um, a bunch of people who I hadn't seen in a long, long time, and they just showed up. People flew
Wow.
in from Florida. People flew in from Florida, from Arizona, Chicago, New York. People, and a lot of people were asking about you.
Oh, really?
Yes,
I wish I
yes.
could have. I really wish I could have gone and with me and Patrice wanted to go together, but
Yeah,
um,
well, me and Denise were hoping that you were going to show up. That would have been great. That would have been great.
well, I am kind of tied down with my little Desmond, so
Uh, Desmond ain't that little no more, girl. He's 9 years old.
I
You bet.
know.
It's time to start. It's time to start laying down the law on that one. You hear me?
I
You're the
know.
wait. Remember, you're the boss here. Okay.
Well, he's old enough to come to see you play,
That's
right?
right. That is correct.
I
You
was
know.
about that age when I was getting dragged to Zappa shows, so
Right. Exactly. Well, come on, come on. You're the boss. It's time for you to. It's time for you to start laying down the law, there, baby.
a
You know.
lot easier said than done. He is a
Well,
little
no,
tyrant.
me and Denise had to do it. Okay, hey, we got 2 kids and 4 grandkids, so
Yes.
no, it's about that time, baby.
He is a zombie wolf, okay?
Yes, he is. Yes,
So
he is.
I have a whole bunch of fan questions
Okay,
for
lay him
you.
on me.
So some of them are just well wishes, and a lot of them are questions. So I'm just going
Oh,
to run
good.
down them.
Thank you,
Okay.
everybody. I'm still here in one piece, so that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
The fans really are adamant about knowing how you're doing, and they want to send you love. So in the Zappa group on Facebook, I posted that I'm going to be talking to you, and I said, "What do you want to ask Ike?" So I
Right,
picked like the top, I don't know, 15 or 20, maybe even 30 questions. So we got to run
right.
through them. Stefan Martin. I don't know. It's Stefane. I don't know if it's a girl or boy. Ask him how he feels, how he's healing, and tell him we love him. Thank you, Dot.
Well, I'm feeling, like I said, I'm still feeling good, but it's been it's since it's been a little rough because I haven't been able to go to my regular appointments and stuff like that because everybody's broke, right? Everybody's broke, and it's been quite a rough couple of months, but other than that, I'm okay. I mean, I'm still upright. I can still I can still move around. So
You're still alive.
I'm still alive, baby.
I guess that medication you take is very expensive.
It's extremely expensive, and I'm just about out.
That's
But
sad.
no, it's real expensive. I mean, if it wasn't for Denise's part of the insurance through her work, it would really, really be bad. I mean, this stuff, like I told you, it costs $8,000 a bottle a month. It's
That's
insane.
insane.
It's insane. When my oncologist told me how much it actually cost, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I was stunned. I was absolutely stunned. So, it's like, our copay is like 20% of that, but it's not 20%, but like 10% of that. But still, that's like way expensive.
So that's like about $800. If it's 10%, it's $800
Yeah,
plus
yeah.
rent, plus rent, and that's just the one
plus rent.
medication.
Huh?
That's just the one medication.
Yeah, no, that's just one. I'm actually down to my I'm actually down to my last one, two, three, four. Uh, I'm down to my last 4 bottles of my other 4 or 5 bottles of my other medications, and uh, I called my doctor today. I called my doctors today to see if I can make some arrangements to do like a partial payment here, for what I owe them for the office visits and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm you know, and we're working stuff out, but still, it's not going to help until I actually get some money in my hand. So
So
it,
you're going to be able to hopefully pay in installments.
yeah. I have to. I have no choice. We have no choice. We have no choice.
You got to pay to stay alive, apparently. It's
This is
crazy.
true. This is true.
So we have Busby Morse from
Okay.
LA. Did Frank ever tell Ike what the best meal or dish he ever had was and where? Something beyond the weenies on his stove.
No, but Frank, no, Frank actually, never said that. But Frank actually ate real food. He was quite the gourmet. He was quite the gourmet and quite the wine snob. You know. Oh yeah, Frank. All right, for Busby. I think Busby has messengered me a couple of times. Uh, we were in Germany once, and the promoter brought me and Frank a bottle of 1929 Chateau Lafite. And this was, 1929. This bottle cost some several $1,000s a bottle or something like that. And Frank said, "Hey, come on, come here. We're gonna share this," And
Nice.
we just sat up there before the show and sipped the Chateau Lafite 29.
I'm
That's like,
surprised to hear you guys would drink wine before a show. What year would that
well,
be?
hey, yeah. I mean, Frank, Frank was human, and besides, that's a good thing. If I'm drinking it with him, then everything is okay.
Exactly. You can't get in trouble that way.
Can't get in trouble that way. Everything was fine.
Then we have one, Patrice Zappa. Obviously, we know who she is.
My
Candy.
sister.
She said, "Tell Ike I said hello and lots of love from Ventura."
Tell my sister Patrice, sis, we love you. Say hi, Denise, to Candy. We miss her so much. We didn't know until you told me the other day that she lived out in Ventura, that she moved to Ventura. So we didn't know that. We love her so much and we miss her so much.
She really wanted to come to the baked potato, but her ride flaked out on her.
Yeah, you said, yeah.
The last minute. And California's got the most of them.
Yeah, exactly.
So then we have Andrew Greenaway.
Andy.
Yeah. He said, "Does Ike still write songs? It's been a while since Dirty Pictures. Any plans to record new music?" Andrew
Yes,
from the UK.
Yes, Andrew, I miss you, brother. I love you, brother. I have actually been working on the new material for my next album. Actually, when we were on, the Ike Willis project was on tour a few years ago, and my part of my plan was going to be the Ike Willis project live. So man, I'm still working out the details. But I did want to do a live album with the Ike Willis project. And yeah, and because we've got all the recordings and stuff like that, plus Dirty Pictures, my second album. There's a few tracks from Dirty Pictures that never got released, so those are going to on the new album. The unreleased tracks from Dirty Pictures are going to be included on whatever the new album is going to be. The unreleased tracks are going to be released.
You have people that you're working with out in LA to make that happen. I mean,
Oh yeah,
Ray
always.
White says he has like 100 unreleased albums. It would be
Oh
cool.
yeah, he does. He always has. But the thing is, I wish he would just release the doggone things because he, you know, Ray has had a billion unreleased songs and albums forever, but he won't. He refuses to release them. I really wish he would.
The same with Don Preston. He said he has like 80 unreleased albums.
Oh yeah. Donnie's got
Come
tons.
on.
Donnie's got tons.
Huh?
Donnie's got tons of unreleased
Yeah,
stuff.
that's what I mean. It would be like, what are you guys waiting for? You know, I don't
Yeah, I know. What are
understand,
you
like,
waiting for? Hey, I'm not gonna wait.
those who wait masturbate, I guess. Mike Lucas from Houston, Texas. What is some of the music that you listen to these days that could be considered on the level of what you've been part of?
Truthfully, I haven't been listening to too much of anything, but I mean, I always used to listen to, besides Frank, but at the same time as Frank, Yes, Return to Forever, Genesis, George Duke, all that. And the thing is, and they all turned out to be our friends. They all turned out to be family. I know all these guys.
That's great.
Me and Denise, we've known these guys for years and stuff. Now we still listen to them. Todd Rundgren, because Todd is an old and dear friend of ours.
Mhm.
That's the stuff we still listen to.
So it's like a prog rock family.
Oh yeah. I mean, and we stay in touch. We still stay in touch. Whenever I'm on the road, from now every now and then I'll run into somebody. Especially like Todd and folks like that. It's ridiculous. And well, the Zappa guys, they were opening up for King Crimson on this last tour. I've known those guys since when did I first meet King Crimson? Back in '79. Okay. And with Adrian, because I replaced Adrian Ballou in Frank's band, and Adrian joined King Crimson, and I was in there. I joined Frank. So whenever they come to town, we'd hang out. That's the greatest part. Lots of these guys that I listened to, that Denise and I listened to when we were in college, now we're like family, which is like so cool. It's so
Yeah.
cool.
It's I can't help but think if you were really healthy, I wish you could have taken part of that King Crimson tour.
That would have been nice. I had no idea. About it, but I found out only later. But I was in the at the point where the news came out about them touring with King Crimson. I was still in the bed. I was still horizontal. So
Or the hologram tour. You weren't sick
I
yet.
never understood. I never understood what that meant. So moving on.
Yeah. The Christian Utke, okay, his name is Christian Utke Schuyler from
Mhm.
Singapore, although his name looks Danish. Did Ike ever ask that a key of a song be changed to match his range, or did Frank just know? Did they ever change keys in case of a sore throat, for example?
No. I still sing the songs. I still sing the same songs in the exact same key.
Okay.
Never changed.
We got Robert Vestberg. He has a really lot of stuff here. It's so much about the band, but tell me, in this moment, it's all up to you, Dot. A suggestion is to ask him if mind up thinking it's not worth it, and I want to hear a bit of the human side of Frank, pets, cornflakes, ever talks about things like that, or the best moments private. Same thing.
Frank was the human side, just like we were talking, just like I was mentioning earlier. We'd sit and sip some wine before a show. Very human guy. He was that's why we got along. That's why we got along so well. Okay, because he was just like a regular guy to me. I mean, we had a really good time all the time. Not all the time, but we did a lot of laughing, a lot of singing, as well as working. Okay, as well as working. He's just a great guy. Just a great guy.
And he mentioned something about pets. I've seen pictures of Frank with a parakeet and a cat.
Oh, the cockatoo. Yeah, most of the time Frank had a cockatoo that he named Bird Reynolds.
Bird Reynolds.
Bird Reynolds, that white cockatoo that he used to
Yeah.
carry on his shoulder. That was Bird Reynolds, and he had a dog. He had a dog. Oh, I can't remember the dog's name too. It was like a beagle, like a mixture between a beagle and a basset hound.
Beagle in a basket hound.
Yeah, kind of a mixture between a beagle and a basset hound.
Really
Back in the
long
back in
ears.
Yeah, yeah, and but he was like a tall, like imagine a tall basset hound, you know. Okay, and the thing is, no, no, no. I mean, I'd go over to the house, and Bird Reynolds would be riding on Frank's shoulder, and and the dog would be, be playing with the dog and stuff. We'd have barbecues and stuff like that, you know. So normal human stuff. You remember that? Yeah, yeah.
Exactly. Um, Jean-Paul Filioid. Filiod. Did Ike bring the idea of reggae into Frank's music? As far as I know, the reggae rhythm period began when Ike was in the band.
Yeah. It was kind of like me and Ed Man, but I mean, I was a total Bob Marley fanatic. I love Bob Marley. But also I kind of, yeah, like I said, I would have to say me and Ed Man really started doing, brought the reggae into
Nice.
Frank's music. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's
I mean,
cool.
because I loved it. And Frank would hear me doing stuff and playing reggae rhythms to his stuff,
Mhm.
right? And he started getting into it. And then let's see, uh, starting the first rehearsals for my first European tour and stuff, Frank just started saying, "Okay, let's play this in reggae. Let's play this song in reggae. Let's play," and then that's what started it all.
Yeah, that's a really good question.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
good.
yeah. Great
See,
question.
without these fan questions, we wouldn't have, known that. So
Yeah,
then we
yeah.
have Pascal Dubuis. Just send him best wishes from way down in France.
Thank you, Pascal.
Then we have Sasha Krieger from
Mhm.
Frankfurt, Germany. I recently watched the Band from Utopia concert DVD recorded in Stuttgart. Any special memories about that show? It was recorded in 1994. Thank you and all the best to you and
That
I.
was fantastic. It was the Jazz Open Festival in Stuttgart, and Stuttgart's one of my favorite cities anyway. But that is when we first formed Band from Utopia. Me, Artie Barrow, the Fowler brothers, and that's when we first formed that band. And oh my God, that show, that was our first show.
Wow.
That video of the Band from Utopia, the live bit. Yeah, that was our very first show in Stuttgart. Just wonderful.
That must
I
have been
I
very
loved it.
emotional because that was, not long after Frank passed. So it must have been
No,
very
no, that was
emotional.
that was right after Frank passed. It hadn't even been a full year yet, I don't think.
Yeah. So the German fans must have really,
Oh yeah.
enjoyed that.
Oh, they were overjoyed, and we were overjoyed too. It was very special for us. It was very, and especially for me. I mean, I was still, you know, you know.
Yeah.
So that was definitely for Frank.
It's a good way to mourn, to just get out there and be with the fans and share
Correct,
the
correct.
the
Which is
emotion.
why I still do it.
Yeah. We got Tom Small from New Hampshire. Is there any chance that when he tours, he'll be in New England area? Music is the best. And then hang on, it's a couple fans are asking the same thing. Then we have Sven Plateau. When are you
Hmm.
coming on tour in Belgium? And then Randy Hetledge. Can you ask him if he's
Oh,
coming to
Randy
St.
Hetledge, yeah, he's from St. Louis. He's my
Right.
homeboy. Yeah.
He said, are you coming to St. Louis for Thanksgiving or Christmas? Can you tell him we love him? So they want to know, are you going to New England? Going to
Well,
Belgium? Going to St.
New,
Louis?
in New England. Well, I play with a guy named Marcus Rezak, and he's from Chicago, and killer guitar player. We have He's part of like my Zappa gang in Chicago and the Midwest, and his agent actually is trying to arrange some gigs um, in the Midwest and in Colorado and Chicago and there in the and thereabouts in the Midwest. So uh, we're spending all you guys just hang on. Uh,
Mhm.
um, and also keep in touch with Dottie because I will keep you posted
Right.
on when the actual dates are because I'll actually be starting to get on the road, but to a small extent because I'm still a bit weak. But starting in December, okay,
Baby steps.
there's the annual Zappa Fest in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, on the 11th of December. There's going to be and my agent, Matt Dolliver, is setting up some gigs for either starting in Denver and then ending in Chicago, or starting in doing a few gigs in Chicago and ending in Denver. So
So
that's
December 11th in,
Milwaukee.
wow. Okay. Um, that's good. And then of course Tina Grohowski, she said,
Of course,
what,
that's my girl. I love Tina.
I question, I don't understand. She said, what t-shirt is he wearing? What is that, an inside joke or something?
No, no, no. This is the Ike Willis. This is my Zapatica T-shirt. See? Hold on. Let's see. Can you see that?
Oh, okay. Is
Yeah,
that's the British band Zapakita or whatever the
yeah. Zapatica. Yeah. The British, the
okay.
British band, the British band that's based in Amsterdam.
Oh, okay. Zapatica. Okay. I thought
Yes,
it was Zapakita or something.
and
Okay.
I've been with those. I've been with those guys for years now.
What's the
I've been
one
with
guy from England? I used to be friends with him on Facebook and then I got
that. Yeah. Zap McInnes.
right. Yeah.
Mark McInnes. He's my guy. He still loves you to death.
That's
He told
great.
me the next time I talk to you to tell you hi.
Okay.
Yes. So
Well,
no,
one of
that
my Facebook profile, my Dot Stein Facebook profile was canceled, deleted, whatever from Facebook because they said you're not allowed to have more than one account. Long story. Anyways, so I have to like re-find all my friends, so
yeah.
I'll find them. I'll
I
find
got
them.
you. I
So
got
then
you.
we have more, wait, um Amir Scheinman from Tel
Okay.
Aviv, Israel. What's your
Oh,
favorite
cool.
Zappa studio album and concert tour?
What's my favorite? That for all my fans. It's hard for me to answer that question, and that's an impossible one to answer. Um, the closest one is Joe's Garage because it's my first. So I'm a bit biased toward that, but I mean we've done. I mean I recorded so many great studio albums, with Frank. I mean sometimes it's You Are What You Is, sometimes it's Joe's Garage, sometimes it's you see what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard to it's impossible for me to pick out my one favorite one. That
And the same with
and
tours. You don't have a
and the
favorite
tour
tour?
the tours too, but probably the last tour with the 12-piece band.
Yeah.
That was a phenomenal band. That was a phenomenal band. Just an amazing band. And plus the fact that I played with the Fowler brothers uh, uh, right after I joined Frank's band in '78. I started playing with the Fowler brothers in '79. So I
Like,
they're my favorite guys, and I had begged Frank for years and years to hire back the Fowler brothers, Bruce and Walt and Tom and Albert and those guys, and finally in the '88 tour, Frank Frank brought them back, and that was just, for me, it was a dream come true. For me, it
yeah,
was a dream come true. And
it's so
that
tight.
oh my God,
Mm.
they're the best. They're the best musicians on the face of the earth. Is still, in my opinion, the Fowler brothers are still the finest musicians on the face of the earth. Period.
I'm sure they'd love to hear that.
Oh, I love those are my boys. I love them to death. I love them to death. Okay,
Oh,
continue.
yes. Stephen Suddens from Devon, England. What
Okay.
songs did Frank write for the band members, and did it push the boundaries of capability?
Not as far as I'm concerned. I mean, well, I mean, we're doing our job. You know, I mean, it's like, okay, uh, Ed, do this. Ike, do this. You know, Tom, do that. You know, it's just we're doing it. Basically, this is what the boss wants, so that's what we do.
Did he ever write one specifically for a member in mind, you think?
Well, kind of outside now, he said this is your song. You know,
Oh,
I know that, which is why I played that. Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's why I played that song. So much because he and I spent hours and from afternoon till midnight in the studios, and on and this is my first album as well. So I mean, that song is very special to me.
that's wonderful to hear. We got Jeremy from Steel Beans. Probably a common question. Is there a song that was your favorite to play with Frank? Jeremy Steel Beans, Everett, Washington, but kind of
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about. Well, the thing is, just it's like I just said.
yeah.
There really isn't a specific one single favorite song, but the closest one is probably Outside Now.
Okay. Then we got um, Ken Windish. Were you ever embarrassed by anything Frank had you sing? The dreaded San Fernando Valley, LA.
Well, kind of the maybe when we were in St. Louis and Frank had my parents sitting by me next to me on stage, and he had me sing "Stick It Out."
Wow.
I had to do "Stick It Out" and "Fuck me, you ugly son of a bitch" and all that stuff
Oh my God.
with Big Ike and Mom. With my mom and dad and my sisters sitting right up there on stage right next to me. And he did it on purpose too. And
Wow.
we just laughed our asses off. No, and it was a fantastic show because my parents are laughing their asses off.
Well, that's good.
Well,
That's
my
good that
mom
they,
was a jazz singer, and my parents performed for a little bit and stuff like that. My mom was a pro. You know, my mom was a professional, so that wasn't, you know, but it was kind of embarrassing because hey, come on, I'm up there I'm up there next to my parents singing "Fuck me, you ugly son of a bitch." So, what are you gonna do?
yeah, that's really embarrassing. Hopefully they weren't religious and upset or something.
Oh, of course they were, but the thing is, like I said, my mom used to be a jazz singer, and my dad used to be a performer too. They didn't care. They enjoyed it. They enjoyed it profusely. Then we
Well,
all
that's
went over
good.
to my then we all went over to my mom and dad's house, and we owned a catering company at that point, the Willis Catering Company. And my mom fed the whole band. My mom and dad fed the whole band and everything like that. I just took everybody home to my house.
Frank came to your house
Oh yeah,
in
no,
LA, or where was that?
yeah, no. This was in St. Louis.
Oh, okay.
When I went back to St. Louis for the first time after leaving St. Louis to move to LA to play with Frank. I hadn't been home. I hadn't been there in 4 years. And
Wow.
I went back to do two sold out concerts, and then we took, and then my mom said, "Okay, we're all going to my house to eat." And mom and Pop Willis, we fed the whole
Oh,
band and stuff. Yeah, it was
that
great.
must have been so great. Like,
Oh, it
I'm
was fantastic.
home and I got the band with me.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, it was fantastic.
That's
Just
great.
drove the tour bus right up to my front door.
Oh my God, why are there no videos of this? This would be like,
Yeah, I know. Well, there probably is, but who, the late Mrs. Who has had everything. So I haven't seen him since then.
well, if it's in the Voltmeister should take care of it, right?
Well, that's something to
We
discuss with
need to
him.
get a hold of that footage.
That's something to discuss with him. I'll ask him about that. I'll ask him
Yeah, you
about
should.
that. All right, who else we
So then
got
we
here?
got John O'Neill. Please let Ike know we love him. He's from McHenry County, Illinois, 70 miles northwest of Chicago. He's just
Johnny
sending some
O'Neill?
love.
Is this if that's my Johnny O'Neill that Denise and I that used to be neighbors with them? If that's John O'Neill and his wife Donna, I hope.
Yeah,
God, tell him I love him and we miss him.
pretty sure that's the same guy, Johnny O'Neill, McHenry County, Illinois.
We loved him and we missed him. If that's John and Donna. God, missed him so much. We miss him
Aw.
so much. All right, who's next? I'm about to
John
fade here.
Colsar. What he misses most about Frank, and what's the one thing he wish he had said to Frank but never did, from Morrisville, North Carolina. John Colsar.
Nah, I don't know. That's a hard question. I mean, Frank and I used to talk all the time. We used to talk all the time.
Well, you never held back. You just said whatever you wanted.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Tom McKean from Scotland. Just best wishes to Ike. Maybe how's about some bondage and humiliation.
Nice.
Nick Brand. Best wishes from Dundee, Scotland, next to Carnoustie.
Oh,
Can't
cool.
pronounce it.
Yeah, I love Scotland. It's
You have a lot of fans from Scotland. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, no, I love them. They're great. I played there with Zapatica a lot too.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
good. You need to get back over there once you're on your feet, you know.
Yes,
You might
ma'am.
need to bring a doctor with you to help you.
Hey, that's fine too.
Michael Jacinto. If you could ever put your dream band together, who would you have? Pick any musicians.
Great. Well, I got very close. The Fowler brothers, the Fowler brothers, Bobby Martin, people like that. I've already had a couple of bands like that. Band from Utopia was one of my dream bands. That was very close. That was very close.
Yeah, I'd say. Jeremy Denman. He wants to know if you've quit smoking yet.
Yes.
I'm not kidding. Somebody named Jeremy Denman asked if he has quit smoking.
Yeah, I had to. I mean, it's since the last time you scolded me, yes, I have.
I'm gonna do that, Larry. I'm gonna do the Larry look from Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah.
George Redding, he's from Rhode Island. I know that.
Oh, Georgie. Yeah, I know George Redding. Yes, Georgie. Hey, Georgie.
He said, "Is he ready to write the screenplay with me? He will know."
Yes, we've been discussing writing a screenplay for a while. I love Georgie. I miss him. Say hi, Georgie. Miss you. I'll see you soon.
And that's why we need the video footage from the Voltmeister of you, having Zappa's tour bus pull up in front of your house in Missouri. Yeah. Everyone getting off the bus and having some food. We need that footage,
Yeah. Okay. I'm on it. Good idea.
I'll email you, remind you. So Patrick Moore, what was your favorite? Here we go again. What was your favorite tour that you were on with Frank? 78, 79, 80, the summer leg with Logmen, or which Vi and Vinny were there later, 84, 88? But that's repetitive. You've already said, like the last tour.
I already said. Besides, that the best one ended up being the 88 tour, the last one. So
yeah. And Danny Siki. Ask Ike how much he enjoyed doing Zappa's music with Eugene's own pajama people at Sam Bond's garage in Eugene, Oregon.
Oh, yeah.
He said, frankly, I thought it was outstanding.
Yeah. No. I love those gigs at Sam Bond's garage down in Eugene. Pajama People, when Glenard was alive, that was one of the best bands we ever had. They're really, really great band. Really great band. I miss Glenard. Somebody was actually talking to me about Ollie, actually. His late wife, his wife, the late Leonard's wife, Allie. And I still play with our last bass player in Pajama People is Kevin Crosby up in Seattle. So
Okay.
we have a band up. We have a band called Zero now up in up in the Northwest, up in Seattle, and we still play together.
I
And
think
I'll
it's so
probably be
cute.
going out with them too. So
I think it's so cute that you have so many bands everywhere so that you don't have to bring one band all around the world. You
no, no,
go
I
to
don't.
that
I just
section of the world and you have Zapakita or
right, Zapatica.
and then you have the pajama people and you have
Right.
one.
I never have had to travel with a whole band.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is.
What's the one in Liverpool, the Muffin Men? Did you play with
The
them ever?
Muffin Man, my Italian kids, Osiduri, right? My Italian band. I've gotten one in Brazil, the Central Scrutinizer band.
That's
You
fucking
know,
awesome.
oh no, got a ton of them. I've got a ton of them.
I saw the Muffin Men in Berlin and Jimmy Carl Black was with them.
Right.
And stupid me, I didn't get a picture with Jimmy Carl Black. I'm like, oh, I'll see him another time.
Uh,
I mean,
that's terrible. That's terrible.
that's the only Zappa alum I've met that I didn't get photographed with, and
Oh my
I'm
God,
like,
which is ridiculous.
yeah,
Jimmy was a sweetheart. Jimmy was just
he
the
was
sweetest guy.
so wonderful, but he seemed really tired, and I didn't want to bother him. And I
Yeah,
was like,
that was about that time. That was about
yeah.
that time. Well,
Mhm.
speaking of tired, I'm starting to get a little winded here, but
We're almost done. We're almost done. Then we got okay. Oh, this is a funny one. Mark Fraser. Did he ever consider himself Frank's alter ego?
to me, well, I sometimes I kind of had to be. I had to be sometimes. It'd be funny when we'd be on tour and stuff, and uh, I was a part time bodyguard.
Mm.
Sometimes me and Ray, sometimes some guy would like come up to him in a restaurant after a show and we'd be eating and like try to pick a fight with him and stuff like that. And me and John Smothers and Ray would get up and like throw the guy out and oh, this has happened. This happened a few times. This happened a few times. So I don't know if that's alter ego or not, but that's that not only was he the boss, but he's my friend.
Yeah.
He's my brother, and I'm not going to let anybody come up and try to jump him or anything like that. So
Well, in my opinion, as far as anyone, I mean, like the fans look to you the most,
yeah,
like
well, I
the
was with him
voice of
long.
Frank,
I was
and
with
you,
him longer than anybody was. So and he trusted me, and I made sure that he was. I always wanted to make sure that he was okay. You know what I mean? And that nobody got close enough to threaten him. And
yeah.
I'm sorry. I just, that's not just because he was my boss and he paid paid the paychecks. That was just,
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
obviously loved you. I mean, I saw the way you
he was
guys
a
goofed
great
around,
guy. He was a
the way you
great
goofed
guy.
around together on the '88 tour. It was so cute.
Yeah, he was a great guy. I mean, I wasn't going to let anything happen to him, and he wouldn't let anything happen to me. So,
Right.
there you go. Right.
Um, almost done. Derek Napier Ader. Truly, we love you, Reverend Ike. And then we got Dave Pearson. Ike's voice is so iconic, especially as Thingfish. What are some of the special moments that stick out to Ike during the recording of the album?
Oh, Jesus.
That's a long
That
one.
took us. Oh, that Thinkfish was, I think, the hardest and the longest project that I ever ended up doing. I mean, it took us a few months to do it, and that I mean, I can't really focus in on one particular thing. It was just that it was so much fun, but man, that was hard work because we Frank basically was writing the script every day.
Oh,
He was writing the script every single day, and so it increased in size, and increased in material, and it increased in more music, and et cetera, et cetera. And by the time we got done, it was we started in October of '83, and we finally got done. I think maybe February or March of '84.
wow, that's exhausting.
And for us, I mean, because Jesus, I mean, it already took it already I mean, most of the albums would take about 3 months. But I
I'm just
mean,
gonna throw my just, you should be wealthy by now from all the work you did, but that's just
tell
my
me about it.
opinion.
Hey, tell me
Huh?
about it. That would,
Yeah, that's,
that
I
would.
mean, you dedicate a giant portion of your life and you work unbelievable hours. You should be comfortable now. But anyways,
Yeah,
Mike Gallup, as Ike was,
Mikey from
you
Vermont.
know him?
That is my
Okay.
brother Mike. Yes.
Ask Ike what was the special concoction Frank Zappa would make when he had a cold or sore throat. He told me a few times, but I forgot.
Jesus. What is that? It was Tabasco, cognac. Uh, Jesus. It would be. I know it was Tabasco sauce and cognac and a couple of other things and stuff. It was lethal.
Any
Okay.
lemon?
Yes, lemon, and stuff like some pepper, and oh my God, lethal stuff. I try,
Cognac. Ugh.
yeah, yeah. I tried to take a sip one time. My head almost exploded. Really, my head almost fucking exploded. Oh my God. But yeah,
Well,
yeah, yeah.
well,
Yeah.
that's
In
it from
fact,
that's it from
Mikey.
the fans. But now I have some things. Um, so this is my, the GoFundMe that I started for
Oh
you.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, yes.
I just was wondering, like, if all the Zappa alumni that are alive would donate, it would help a lot. And so as far as I can see, the only alum that have donated to you is Steve Vai and a Moon
Steve
Unit
Vai, yeah,
and
and
Moon
Moon,
Unit.
and then Moon sent me some money.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm just wondering what about, Mike Keneally, how come he hasn't donated,
You
or,
know,
some of the
until
other
until
ones?
you brought that up last week, I hadn't even thought about that. I mean, these are my brothers. I mean, I've known them for forever and played with them forever, but I don't know.
Yeah, because I noticed that
That's a very good question.
Mike Keneally started his own GoFundMe during the pandemic so he
So I
could buy
heard.
an amp or something. He got $30,000. He could donate some to you, right?
Yeah, I would think one would think, yes.
Yeah, I mean, you need some money for your medication. So
Yes, I do.
I'm gonna post the GoFundMe up again. Hopefully the word will get around that you need some help, so that you can stay alive, so you can fucking play some music. You know what I mean? Like, we
Would
got
be
to keep
nice.
you alive.
That would be nice.
And your birthday's coming up, so
My birthday is on Friday, November 12th.
it's coming up. Your birthday's coming up. The GoFundMe's gonna go up. And if I know a lot of people don't like GoFundMe for various reasons. You have a Cash App or something?
Yes, I do. I also have Cash App. Which actually a lot of my friends and fans who don't like GoFundMe or Facebook or sending stuff over or online and stuff or wiring it, they hit me to Cash App,
Oh, good.
and it took me 5 minutes to go on my what's that, the Google Play Store, right?
Yeah.
The Play
Like an
Store on
app
my phone.
store. Like an app
Yeah, yeah, the
store.
App Store, and downloaded it, and it actually I kind of like the Cash App a little better because they don't take a huge chunk, they don't take a huge cut out of it, and
Yeah.
B, when they send it, it gets to me immediately.
So Cash App is faster and they don't take 20% or whatever that GoFundMe takes.
No, and then the thing is, and I don't have to wait for several days for it to get to my bank account.
Right. Okay,
That's the
so
problem right now. I mean, money. The money is basically with GoFundMe, the money is trickling in, but with Cash App, as soon as I've got a few friends, it's sort of starting to slowly build up, but certain people will say, okay, I'm sending it now, and less than 5 minutes later, the Cash App makes this little cha-ching noise
okay.
on my phone. That's the notification within like a minute, then less than a minute, 5 minutes. and it's immediately there.
I'm just wondering if people from around the world can use Cash App as well.
Yeah, as far as I know.
Oh,
As far as I know. So look here. I sent you my little Cash App name to name tag, how to send. Yeah, you're perfectly free to share it with
okay.
the people in your group. Please do. And whoever wants to contribute or donate that doesn't like GoFundMe, right? That doesn't like GoFundMe,
I'm gonna
tell them,
I'm gonna
tell them
put
to use the Cash App.
the in the description, I'm gonna put the Cash App link so that
Okay,
everybody.
baby. Thank you.
All right, Ike. I gotta feed the kitty.
Okay.
I love you, and I'm gonna see you soon. We're gonna make it happen, and
Yes, we are.
I'm gonna post this ASAP, and we're gonna get you some medicine because we need you to stay around.
Thank you, honey. We
I
love
love
you.
you and Denise. I love you
Love
both.
you, honey.
Bye, cutie.
We love you. Bye, everybody. Talk to you soon. See you, honey. Bye bye.
Okay, hang on. Let me stop it. All right.
All right, girl.
Okay.